Hi, Nolan Johnson here for Real Time with SMTAi International 2023. I'm joined right now with Richard Osborne. He is the General Manager at ViTrox. Richard, welcome.
Thank you, Nolan. I appreciate the opportunity.
Glad to have you here. One of the main themes I'm hearing as I follow the EMS industry is the need for talent, hiring people, keeping people. It's an ongoing theme, and it's no different here on the show floor at SMTAi International this week. Certainly hearing plenty of discussion about that. ViTrox is working on it.
Yes, we certainly are. We have some specific automated inspection systems that address the talent shortage that we have now, and these shortages are affecting not only the large EMS companies, the global CMs, but right down to the mom and pop CMs. Everybody's being affected by this.
Right, and it becomes much more complex as well. One of the things that we were talking about earlier is that a lot of those EMS companies are also choosing to pivot into the box build sort of solution as well, which starts to play right into your strengths.
Yeah, it sure does. Like everybody, they're looking to expand their capabilities in order to increase their bottom line. And here in the U.S., both because of the labor shortages that you've mentioned, as well as the need for increased margins, automation is playing a key role in that, and certainly automated inspection is an important factor in helping these customers achieve these things.
There's a lot of established players in AOI.
Sure.
That part of inspection. You're approaching
We are. Just like you said, there are many different options for AOI and SPI and even AXI. But we have a unique approach in that we have the ability to do a final inspection as well as conformal coat inspection, or a combination of the two. And by final inspection, I'm talking about a board that would have already gone through the whole inspection procedure, SPI, AOI, even AXI, but it's just prior to when that board would be released or shipped to the end customer. So the things that we're looking for are labels, barcodes, screws, shields, as well as a review of the PCB itself to make sure that there's been no damage induced as that board has traveled throughout the factory and handling has induced damage, knocked parts off, damaged parts, foreign material, those kind of things. So this is the final opportunity to provide inspection before the product gets packaged to go to the end customer.
And that historically has been a very human job.
That is exactly what it's been. It's very costly. It's very time consuming, and the repeatability can be affected by that as well. Machines don't stay up late watching a ball game. The machines repeat. They do things over and over and over again, just as they've been told.
So what is the approach ViTrox is taking to that particular part of the line? That really is, as you're saying, right there where the decision is made. This is a finished good. It can ship. This needs to be reworked for some reason. How are you automating?
Well, so in some ways it's similar to a AOI system, in that there's a program created for each one of these packages, boards, whatever it may be that's being inspected. And so the customer simply pulls up the program and the inspection is run. Again, similar to an AOI, there's the defects are recorded and supplied to an offline review station where the rework can be done at that point, or that data can be stored so that it can be reviewed and dealt with at a later time. completely flexible to whatever the customer's procedures are in place.
So other than what you're looking at, how does this compare?
That's a great question, and that's kind of the primary thing that differentiates this system, in that it's on a 6-axis cobot.
Oh, hello.
So yeah, talking about automation, it doesn't get much better than a cobot. So the inspection head is at the end of the robotic arm, and that allows us to provide a lot more flexibility than what your traditional top-down AOI system does. Even an AOI system that might have some angled cameras cannot get into the places that a 6-axis cobot can. We can truly look 90 degrees across the surface of the board if desired.
So that's a camera on one hand, if you will.
Correct.
Moving around.
Yes.
You get all the way around in the assembly?
We can. We can. And in the one area that we cannot do is go underneath the board. However, we have an optional system built upon this that is a flipper. So this allows a true inspection top and bottom of the board.
Well, you've got a second hand involved to actually manipulate
precisely
the piece as well as...
Yeah, and you great understanding of this. And again, what it does is we've seamlessly integrated the cobot software as well as the flipper software into the program, so that the only thing the user has to worry about is programming the inspection. The movement of the robot, the movement of the flipper, that's all virtually seamless to the user. So it makes it very efficient that they only need to learn the inspection programming aspect.
Can you put some ROI type numbers to this at this point?
That also is a great question, and what we're seeing is that there are so many different use models for this. It's difficult to say. We have one customer that has found that a single system has been able to essentially replace 4 dedicated operators. So that the ROI on that becomes pretty easy, even within a 12-month period of time. Mm-hmm. And of course, within the U.S., we have a wide range of wages depending on where you're located. When you get out into the Bay Area, when you start talking about saving potentially 4 headcounts, the ROI is pretty huge on this. So, but to be able to say that, to answer with any more specifics, it's very difficult at this time.
Usually compelling.
Very compelling, yes, sir.
Fantastic. Richard, thanks for taking the time to talk about this. This is very intriguing.
Well, thank you, Nolan. I really appreciate the opportunity, and have a great show.
Thank you. Here with Richard Osborne, I'm Nolan Johnson. This is Real Time at SMTAi 2023. Thanks for listening.